Hello, this is 6 Minutes English from BBC Learning English. I'm Leo.
And I'm Sam.
With winter here, the rising pace of oil and neut- natural gas has become a hot topic.
At the same time, climate change is also reaching emergency levels, and world leaders are looking for ways to reduce our consumption of fossil fuels. Some think the best option is renewable types of neutral energy, such as wind and solar power, which can be replaced as quickly as they are used.
Others prefer a return to neutral energy, argue that it's clean, green, and more reliable than renewables. But after informal nuclear disasters like those at Lobos and Fukushima's questions about its safety remain.
In this program, we'll be finding out how green nuclear power is by asking when it comes to the climate is nuclear a fan or foe?
But before that, Sam, it's time for my quick question. Many of the nuclear power situations built since the 1960s and searching the end of their planning life, and not everyone thinks they should be replaced in 2011. One country as long as it would phase out, meaning mean, meaning gradually stop using nuclear power altogether. But which country or is A Germany, B India, or C Russia?
I'll go with A, Germany.
Okay, Sam will reveal the correct answer later in the program.
As Neil mentioned, whatever the advantages of nuclear power for the climate, many members of the public have concerns about nuclear safety.
Probably the most well-known nuclear accident happened on the 26th of April 1986 at the Slovos nuclear power plant in Soviet Ukraine.
Dutch journalist Miriam Watson reflects on what happened with BBC World Service program, The Real Story. The perceptions of nuclear energy of I think a whole generation has been shaped by high impact events, most notably the Chernobyl disaster. Including myself, I have vivid memories of how the media reported on this event and how scary it was, and how frightened everyone was of the radioactive clouds driving from the Ukraine towards Europe. So this is sort of ingrained in people's minds, and for many it hasn't been really been updated.
It was a failing times, and Medros says she has real memories that produce powerful feelings and John's clear image in the mind.
The accident in Chernobyl changed many people's opinions of nuclear power in a negative way, and these opinions became ingrained, strongly held, and difficult to change. But Medium believes these ingrained public perceptions of nuclear safety are out of date. She argues that such accidents caused by human error could not happen in the modern nuclear power stations used today.
What's more, nuclear creates a steady supply of powers unlike renewables, which don't make electricity when the rain does not fall or the sun does not shine.
So maybe nuclear power is the greenest way of generating energy without fossil fuels.
Well, not according to energy intensive researcher Paul Bowman, nuclear power nuclear power sta- station are local but located near seas or large lakes because they need water to cool down. Paul thinks that soon rising sea levels will mean the end of nuclear as a realistic energy option.
He thinks money invested in nuclear upgrades would be better spent making clean renewables more reliable instead, as he explained to BBC World Service program The Real Story.
I think the key takeaway is that nuclear's low carbon electricity unit selling points can exist in the context of a much larger picture that nuclear will be one of the first and more significant 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 case casualty to warming climate change. So nuclear plays literally on the front line of climate change and not in a good way. That's because far from helping with our climate change problems, it will add to it. One advantage, uh, one, one one advantage of nuclear powers is that it produces electricity using little carbon. To Paul Pullman's cost this is unit selling point.
A unique selling point, which is sometimes shortened to USP, is a common way to describe the feature of something that makes it different from and better than its competitor.
But this does not change the fact that rising sea level would make nuclear and un, unrealities even dangerous chaos. This is why his cost nuclear powers are casualty of climate change, meaning a rectum, or some things that's suffers as result of something else happening.
This also explains why some countries are now turning away from nuclear power towards more renewable energy sources. Countries such as, well, what was the answer to your quiz question, Neil?
I'm ashamed which country decided to gradually stop using nuclear power,
I said A, Germany.
which was the correct answer. In fact, around 16% of Germany's electricity now comes from new renewables. renewables.
Okay, now let's recap the rest of the vocabulary from this program, starting with to phrase something out, meaning to gradually stop using something.
Real memories are memories that produce powerful feelings and strong mental image.
Opinions and beliefs which are ingrained are so strongly held that they are difficult to change.
Some things unit selling points of USP is the future that makes it different from and better than its competitors.
And finally, a casualty is a person or thing that suffers as a result of something else happening.
That's all for this look into nuclear and renewable energy.
But for now.
Bye.